Alderwoman Smith, Lane Smith.
Put all under one.
All right,
Louis Williams, Controller, City Auditor.
all right.
You should have
Those are extras. All right, I think we should go in the numeric order of the bills. So we'll start with April's bills list first. Chair requests that everybody have an opportunity to review April's bills list. Go over it. Did you see any abnormalities or anything you would have a question about?
I'm just questioning some of these Uber expenses.
I'm sorry.
Why are we taking Ubers?
That's, the name of Las Vegas.
Okay, there was a charge here with Attorney Federer Campbell, LLC, for Harvey versus Dixon. I didn't know we were in litigation against this. Are they representing us?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, enough said.
Which one of them again?
This is on April's bills list under Department Administration Service, 102. Yeah.
So, Spence. Sheriff,
Yes, sir.
I recognize.
Yes, sir.
Under 126.
What, we on April, right?
Yes. Under 126.
Okay.
Building and inspection services. Why are we paying Lonnie Harrison?
That was his last payroll check, so we produced it as a manual check.
His last,
Yeah, that was his last check.
so he's not.
Right.
Okay, under,
No, Lonnie's not. That was his first check.
Okay, okay, then why is he not an employee?
He is an employee, but what happens if they forget to process his check, we end up processing it, and then it gets to end up being payroll.
So this is the last time we're gonna see it?
Yeah, all right.
I'll be looking for it.
Oh, no, yeah, oh, no, it's on the side.
okay. Patrolman Lewis, under Police Department, Department 132, there's two expenditures for South Suburban Humane Society. One is for $200 and one is for $1,000.
Yeah.
I was wondering why was the discrepancy,
When it's just based on how many animals,
how many dogs they took?
how many dogs, cats, or raccoons, or whatever else they take.
Okay, gotcha. Under Department 161, miscellaneous appropriations, there's the first five line items pertaining to fringe benefits from Dearborn National Life Insurance.
That's the life. What happens, we weren't getting the bills, so that's why we got all stacked up. That's for life, dental, and vision coverage for everybody.
Gotcha. All right. Alderman Smith, do you all have any further questions?
That'd be all for me.
Okay, one more. Water fund. There's a contractual service for $1,200 for Ross Burgess.
He's our certified water operator.
Oh. I'm done. Alderman Smith, you have any more questions?
No question.
Chairman makes a motion to recommend April's bills list to the whole committee. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, none? Thank you. Let's move on to, May.
have 2 items.
Okay. Thanks. What's that, man? You saw it? Okay, let's see. Alderman Smith, you see any proprieties in?
No. Not okay.
Yeah. Chairman make a recommendation to ratify the May bills list, send it over to the entire committee. All signify by saying aye. Opposed?
Aye.
None, thank you. June. All right.
Sorry. Should be recognized.
Please do, by all means, sir.
All our bills, payable deposits.
That's all, but when people get a permit, they have to pay a fee. So if they don't clean up, we
And
have to
also
pay.
refundable, right?
Yes, sir. If you do the cleanup, it's refundable. And that's what we're doing now. We're refunding people. All these are refunds.
That's what I just wanted to double check.
And some of them, like, people overpay the water bill.
All these are under this 205, all buildings.
Bill, okay. All right. You know, the more you look at these bills lists, the more you become more familiarized with what they actually are. Under general grants, funds and grants and capital projects, there's a outside service, Cortex Construction Group, and they bill for $215,000.
Yeah, that's the hub, community hubs.
Those are the hubs.
Yes.
I was under the impression the hubs were money that was grant. So
We still have to pay the bill, we still have to pay the bill.
Okay, I got you.
DNF Construction, what are they working on?
I'm sorry,
DNF Construction.
even that.
Oh.
Chairman makes a recommendation to send the June bills list to the entire committee, to the entire city council. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uniforms, we're still buying uniforms?
This is really for people going into the people who don't give them allowance. We pay for the uniforms like that.
Okay, when I worked there for 10 years, when I was there, you still had to reimburse the city for your uniform, because we can't get your clothes back. Are we still doing that?
Now I'm aware, we probably need to direct that as the chief.
Okay, I'll talk to the chief about it. We should get our money back. I mean, we can't get your size 16 pants back and give it to nobody else. When your first check, you're supposed to reimburse us for your uniform.
And I wish I did wear a size 16.
Whatever size you wear. My point is, we can't get it back. So I'm seeing all these uniform and clothing allowances. I mean, these are all new people. So it's about 16, 17 on there. It's all new people.
You need to direct that to the chief. Yes. Believe me, it's one of my pet peeves, how much I'm spending on uniforms.
It shouldn't be. I'm okay with maybe paying for them to get it initially, but we should be taking it out of their first check.
Yeah, that's all based on the collective bargaining agreement.
And you saying these new people, we got a whole lot of
When people go into the academy, auxiliary police officers who don't get an allowance and stuff like that. That's where it's explained to me. Believe me.
We ain't paying for them.
What?
The auxiliaries, we not paying for them. Okay, but I understand what you're saying. It ain't only, but we should have a conversation about that. We should get our money back. That's true. You can't give your clothes to nobody else. You keep them for life, so leave it back. Our vehicles, how are we doing with our vehicles? 'Cause I keep seeing this on our bills list. Well, our cars, I thought we had these new vehicles that weren't supposed to break down like this. And I keep seeing it on it, where our cars are in the shop.
We still have a number of cars that the city owns directly that aren't part of the lease agreement. Like you looking at the police, you looking at the other work on.
It's 132.
132. 132 is just the graphics and stuff, and then like I said, this 2021 Ranko was still on, so we had to get that repaired. And of course, Enterprise is the lease agreement, so.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. But other than that, one stop was a vehicle, it had to be repaired. And as you know, we go through a lot of tires.
Yeah.
On the set, you good?
I'm good.
Good? Okay, recommendation is to send it over to the, June bills list over to the, Retired City Council for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, none. And at this portion of our meeting, we are opening it up for public comment. We would like for you to come, state your name if you have a comment. Try to keep it down below 2 minutes, or you can have 3 minutes. We got plenty of time. Okay, this is not a question and answer period. This is a public comment period. Anybody would like to come and ask a question or make a statement or comment, please feel free to do so. And let me back up a little bit and signify and start by saying thank you all for coming. We're so glad to have you here. And if you'd like to come and stand and make a comment, you're more than welcome to.
But where do you want to comment? Stand here and make a comment? I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am, you can stand.
Okay,
We can
right,
hear you.
I'm sure everyone can hear me. So I heard you make the comment saying that you like looking at the bills because over time makes you familiar with the vendors that you deal with. But what would truly let you know who the vendors are, and if the work is meeting the dollar amount, will be an invoice or whatever the contract is that states this work is for these services. Okay, first point. Next, when you talked about the uniforms there, wouldn't it be a tax deduction that they can write off on their taxes? Why would the city be paying? I agree with you. Why would the city be paying for their uniforms? My job don't pay for mine. That would be and then to piggyback on why would the auto repairs be so high? You don't get a copy of the invoice, which goes right back to the invoice thing to see what the work is that they're actually doing in repairs. So I'm just saying, I think that would be a lot more that you would want to know, other than just looking at a dollar amount and a line item. You actually need to see the invoice to really know what it is. A purchase order, I would think there would be a 3-part balance and check system with it. You would have a purchase order. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you get the invoice, and then you send the check. Once the work has been verified and everything is up to par. So that's the order that you got.
Sure.
Thank you.
Chairman.
Thank you for your comment.
You're
Chairman,
welcome.
Yes.
I know it's not Q&A, but if I can, Mr. Williams, you can verify. At any point in time, which does happen, I'm sorry that it doesn't happen in front of you. Mr. Williams provides invoices for us all the time, at any point in time.
Okay. I never heard anyone
But
say that.
I wanted to
That
say,
wasn't, my answer was based on his comment.
yeah, I just want you to know that. We're not just up here, willy-nilly and just, you know, just kind of just saying yes and no for the heck of it. No. Mr. Williams, no.
Well, that packet that you were looking at, that bill list, were the
Yeah.
invoices there for everything that's on that list?
Yeah.
In that little small packet? With all the questions you had, all those invoices were
I just want
attached?
you to know.
I want you to know, I'm asking you a question. So that's what I want you to do is answer my question.
Oh, you asked me for the entire packet?
No, my question is,
Those that
for
we have
all the
questions on.
invoices, for everything on the bill that you just talked about,
Okay.
was that all,
We-
did you have all those invoices? That's my
We're
question.
not having a debate here. Okay,
All right.
all right. Thank you.
It's not-
Thank you
it's
for
not
your,
like-
thank you for your.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have a question? A statement?
So, I do have a statement. So my roofer, was, his final inspection was failed per BNF instructions or whoever. And so he didn't get the cleanup fee back. And I think that's just so totally unfair. That's gonna make it so contractors won't come back to Harvey to do work. And so I would just like, I mean, I don't know what the finance committee could do, but his work was, he's been in business for 20-something years. He's never failed an inspection anywhere outside Harvey. And so, I just thought that was so unfair, that I thought I should speak up on his behalf, so.
And like I said, this is not question and answer, but I feel free, I've got to address this. If a certified roofer has never failed an inspection other than Harvey, that needs some digging into. You know, and you're right, there's nothing we can do about it here in finance, but I would be more than willing tomorrow to find out exactly what the particulars are behind that, because that's not right.
It's not, because he said he would never come back to Harvey again.
Well,
Understood.
That's
I don't know why, but that's not right, you know?
Damn.
And I agree, that's not right. And I'll look into that myself tomorrow. Any other questions, comments?
I
Anybody?
have a question, the Popeyes.
Well,
Why
actually,
did it close down? What happened with that?
well, the owner of the Popeyes on 154, and you know, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the owner. He also owns the one on 147th in Halston. Now, I would like to say,
The one on 147, that was closed?
no, that was not.
Oh, okay.
No, the one on 154th, that one closed.
That was closed.
And my understanding, and like I said, this ain't question and answer, but I just happen to know the answer to this. After speaking with the owner, that Popeyes was solely dependent on a lot of the customers from Ingalls Hospital, and they just wouldn't come in, they just stopped coming in, and the business was deteriorating, it was so bad until he couldn't make a profit in, so that's why he closed down.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome. All right, I'm glad that the meeting went so well, and right now, we can adjourn the meeting at 6:30 and prepare for the regular city council meeting. And once again, thank you all so very much for